Ivano Pezzuto, the man in charge for this one. Cristian Molinaro has had a long, distinguished career, but I'm sure not even he expected. And there is an opportunity for them to take 13 points from a possible 15 to begin the campaign. We're up and running at San Siro. On the receiving end of a really unsavoury incident, abhorrent really, the episode at Allianz Stadium against Juventus, the victim of racism. Away goes Rebic now, and he could be in the clear. Unable to keep it down. Ebuehi. Rafael Leao with wonderful feet and great balance to match, but he couldn't slip it through towards Rebic, just as the San Siro crowd found its voice. Taken off his toes by Perez, but Tonali's won it back. It's still Sandro Tonali, and that will be a corner. Tonali takes the corner, Minpa stayed at home, and that should have been the opener. Unable to bury the header. This an easier chance than the one at Allianz Stadium. All he had to do was keep it down. The goalkeeper in no man's land. And that for Rebic, a really big op, and one that goes begging. The first yellow card of the game has shown the way of Francesco Forte. Rafael Leao, Balotore on the overlap. It's in towards Florenzi, but he might have been better off looking for a teammate. Picks up the loose ball, Vacca back for Caldara. Johnson beaten to it by Kalulu. Now he can get Milan moving, Rebic, Kalulu! Very nearly a gorgeous opening goal. And Ante Rebic, but it's all about his anticipation in the first instance. And Rebic just rolled it back into his path. And a foot or so is all that separated Milan from the opening goal. Broken that Juventus dominance, that hegemony which lasted 9 long years. Times it felt like the Bianconeri would never again cede the summit. Rafael Leao moving through the gears, and Molinaro toe pokes it away to safety. Lovely ball from Tonali, Florenzi for Kalulu. They're queuing up in the middle, and Florenzi's header narrowly off target. Molinaro timed the challenge well, but this is Pierre Kalulu. Vacca did enough. Still there for Milan. Kalulu. Rafael Leao, lovely feet, but the shot way off target. They sense an opportunity here from the corner. Wasn't Rafael Leao's intention to concede it. Aramu sends it in. Aramu sends in the corner, and there was a big chance there. And Perez knows it as well. Florenzi. Indeed it is. Not too much to report at San Siro. A couple of opportunities for Milan, first through Rebic, then latterly through Kalulu. Broke all sorts of records for precociousness, but instead it's more likely to be Salamakas introduced in the early stages of this second half, which is now underway. Rebic in support, and this is Rafael Leao. Balotore, Tonali! Just cut across it, sliced the ball wide. Showed too much to Benacer. Chipped in towards Rafael Leao, and Rebic. Rafael Leao decided against playing it to Romagnoli, and Tonali was there too. Kalulu. Rebic round the back, and Brahim Diaz had to score. Forte and Perez coming off. Henry and Chernigoy being introduced. Henry scored his first goal. Milan short on ideas at time. That's Jonsson, Aramu. And away goes Henry, who's quick and direct. And Romagnoli timed his challenge to perfection. Venezia well aware there might be chances in transition. Open space to exploit. Aramu with the corner. It's only half cleared by Milan. This is Vacca. And Mignon happy to watch it wide. Make way for Theo Hernandez. Indeed, that is the change. And finally, Florenzi for Salamakers. So 3 like-for-like alterations. Driving once again at Molinaro. Back it goes for Benacer. And this is Theo Hernandez. And Brahim Diaz on the end of it. There is the breakthrough. Midway through the second half, finally Milan could celebrate. And it is another goal for Brahim Diaz. But finally, Salamakers heavily involved. Theo Hernandez, the other substitute, with the assist, and Brahim Diaz just eluded the Venezia backline. Too quick for Ceccaroni. And he adds to his goals against Sampdoria and his strike against Liverpool. And that is a very important goal for Milan. Arguably should have added to his tally this evening with that first half header. But he worked the full front line well, he operated in the channel that is required to be a top striker. Wonderful physique, an eye for goal. His career has just stalled somewhat, but he's back in Italian football with a point to prove. Jonsson withdrawn for Okereke. Pellegri's won the ball back, and now Salamakers can release the big centre forward. Steady, dawdled, but he's kept it. Salamakers, what a run this is. And he's taken out unceremoniously by Caldara. Mickey Mainpar with a few issues there in terms of his sight. Theo Hernandez! And Mainpar got behind it. Brahim Diaz with 3 goals already this season in all competitions. And having got the winner at Marassi, he appears to have secured the 3 points here at San Siro tonight against Venezia. The perfect coach for this young crop of players, getting the best out of this Milan side, this Milan squad. Salamakers, nice step away from Molinaro. Kessié for the first time. Salamakers again. He's done well to ride the challenge. Salamakers, great vision. Theo Hernandez for number 2, and that will do it. All about Salamakers in the build-up, but that finish was inevitable from Caldara, and then he knew exactly where Theo Hernandez was. One touch to steady himself. Rafael Leão. Kessié can find Pellegrini. Back it goes for Salamakers. Shifting it onto his right, and very nearly producing a moment of magic. Milan were caught cold on the counter. It could yet be caught out here. Henry's header, and then the bicycle. And that is an easy save for Mignon. Buzio can strike them. Often takes the set pieces, but he leaves it here for Aramu. And Mignon has to tip it over the top. A pair of substitutes. Salamakers found Theo Hernandez, who then teed up Brahim Diaz for the opener. And then the Frenchman Theo Hernandez scored the second 8 minutes from time. Venezia were brave, they were valiant.